Page 7. My name is Jackie Zabrowski.
My name is MG, and the story...
What?
My name is MJ.
What is your name, MJ? You don't even know your name? Oh, you're MGM Studios.
MGM. We just spent an hour and a half talking about MGM Studios and Liza Minnelli. The story of the week here at Page 7 is that we tried 1 week to stop singing, and we were going to just jump into the episode. We're going to optimize the YouTube algorithm. We're going to say what we're talking about. But Jackie and I are living inside the head of Liza Minnelli right now, and someone just try to stop Jackie when she is living the life of Gypsy Rose Lee.
Well, someone tell me, when is it my turn? Don't I get a dream for myself? Starting now, it's gonna be my turn. Gang, row, row, get off of my runway. Starting now, I bet 1,000. This time I'll be taking the bow. And everything's coming up, Jack. Yeah, everything's coming up, Jackie. Everything's coming up, Jackie, this time for me, for me, for me, for me, for me. I'm the Ethel, even though Liza didn't sing that. And that's also not Gypsy singing the song in the musical Gypsy. It is Rose's turn. But that is the song that is in my head because even though, again, not talking about Gypsy in the world of Liza Minnelli, although aren't we? And this is a perfect time to introduce our amazing guest host, Amber Nelson.
Hi, everybody. What a delight to be here again.
We're so happy that you are here. Of course, co-host from SPUN, co-host from Brighter Side.
Yes.
Also, recently on HoopaGooGoo 2 over on the YouTubes.
Yes, and I'm going to be on the new Dungeons & Dragons show that's dropping like the later in the week.
Vampire the Masquerade.
Vampire the Masquerade.
Vampire the Masquerade is the name of the game, but
I'm all over the place.
It is similar.
Yes.
And Amber and I have been playing D&D together.
And it's so much fun.
Yes, we've been having a blast.
I love Dungeons & Dragons. It's a way to everybody wants to escape right now. I'm tired of hearing the words optimize the algorithm. My ancestors don't know what that is. Can we eat it?
Man.
No.
No,
we can't.
I know.
Can we farm it? Can we till it?
Can
no.
we club it over the head and drag it into a cave algorithm? I guess it's the only way we're going to find it.
I don't know. But musical
I
theater.
know.
Oh, sorry.
Well, we're just ruled by the algorithm now, but the thing is we all are too old to optimize the algorithm. I'm going to say it.
we're
We just
not.
can't. I won't learn what to do to optimize the algorithm.
What
I
are
won't.
you talking about? We're singing Broadway. We're bringing
We're bringing in Liza Minnelli.
Yes, we're bringing the Great White Way to
Great.
podcasting. This is what they've been begging for.
God, I moved to New York to do musical theater. I love musical theater.
Did you move to New York to do musical theater?
Yes, and then I
didn't realize
quickly
that.
learned that I was not as good as everybody else.
How did you learn? How did
you learn? Because
Yeah.
I learned this in high school, so I'm curious how you made it all the way to young adulthood and then learned.
all the way to my big dumb early 20s. I was in. You go to backstage. Back in the day, you go to backstage. You look at the casting call.
Oh yeah, dude.
And then
yeah.
you show up. You do show up at like 6 a.m. There's already a line out the door. And these girls were, I remember a girl doing a split on the wall, hitting a high C. And I was just like, oh, I thought just being charismatic and funny and could do like a shuffle and could sing.
That's a high C clam slam right there.
Yeah.
Whoa. How's she getting it all the way up
That's
there?
a high C clam slam. Who knows if you got the role, but I was just like quickly learned. And then they had us go for Spring Awakening. I auditioned for that.
Ooh.
And they had us, they pulled us in groups of like 10 and to go stand in line, and there was so many people, they would just go yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. And I remember thinking like, oh, I took off of work for this. So I can't do this anymore. I got to go figure it out. Right? And then I found improv.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, and that saved you.
And that saved me.
That's what it was.
Different series of crushing disappointments followed, but in the improv world. And that's how we all, I mean, Jackie and I did a musical theater night last Friday at Jackin' with
On
the
Jackin'.
Holdies.
It was awesome.
bet.
We had MJ on, and we did so many. It was crazy.
Last 5 years, did you do that?
You know, we did none.
I was in that in college.
Amber and I know, and we both love the last 5 years. And someday, and I'm going to pitch it every
minutes.
Oh, we
The next
10 minutes, we can handle that. That's why Amber and I, again, we're going to pitch it every single time Amber comes on Page 7 Network. Do you want to sponsor Amber and I doing a full version of the last 5 years together.
Jamie's over and Jamie's gone.
Oh my God, you're going to destroy me and you're going to be my Shiksa goddess, baby. But it's crazy because MJ came on to Jackin' with the Holdies and we had Broadway night because Holden, when I first brought up Broadway night, he was like, never in a million years.
People are opposite spectrums about Broadway and musical theater, and I get it because Broadway should be, when you have a musical, it should be the emotions are so high. That's why you sing. But unfortunately, a lot of 90% of it's just like, and song goes here now. And that's why it sucks.
This is also why speaking of feeling old, I'm a bit of a purist. Like, I want the musicals that are 100 years old, and I like that, like, today's middle schoolers they love Broadway and they love musicals, at least the ones in New York City do, but they like all the new ones, Six, and Hamilton and everything. And I'm like, I'm
Which
happy
is
for
not
you.
even a new one, MJ.
Not even new. But to me, I'm like, give me the music, man.
Right.
Give me the old shit. And that's what we got to do on Jackin', which was very fun. But yeah, I mean, musical can span the range of like very devastating. This week I'm going to go see Les Mis at Radio City and I can't wait. I'm going to cry and cry.
See, it is really crazy because MJ and I learned so quickly on Jackin' that MJ and I have a complete love of musicals, but we have a Venn diagram, and the only one that's in the middle is Les Mis. And MJ loves everything that is like from the days of yore.
Yeah, you like Carousel where that girl gets slapped. Have you seen Carousel? Because that shit's crazy.
MJ loves it because the girl gets slapped. I've heard them say this before.
If the woman is being treated poorly, that's my era of musical.
That's why I love Les Mis. I mean, there's multiple women being treated poorly in Les Mis. But
yeah, and Jackie is more of like a theater kid who's learning the new musicals in high school, musical theater kid, Wicked.
Yes. My
What
Rent,
else?
Last 5
Rent.
years, Avenue Q.
Last 5 years,
It's like there's a lot, there's many different kinds of, but there's also like the random songs from like districts and things like that. Do you remember Taylor the Latte Boy?
No.
There was this one song that I was obsessed with that it was Taylor the Latte Boy.
Yes.
Bring me Java. Bring me joy. And I wanted to sing that, but I also don't even know where Taylor the Latte Boy comes from.
Hell.
I think it comes from hell. And I was obsessed with that song. And
It's sung by Kristen Chenoweth, but when and where?
all over and whenever.
It stands on its own, apparently.
Yes.
Kristen Chenoweth. What a weird timeline to be living in the time with this person. She can yodel. She's like 5 feet tall.
Yes.
An enigma.
Yes, but also don't look into her politics. And we do say that often here on Page 7. There are many people. Don't look into their politics.
Is she a flat earther?
Honestly, I think I'd like her more if she was.
That would be better. That would be better.
I prefer that. I'd be like, oh, she just don't know, huh? Rather than, oh, she just might be a little bit evil. But sometimes we like our icons a little bit evil, right? Just like Taylor says, I like my friends canceled. She likes her friends canceled, Amber.
No, and I don't want to jump the shark here because you had a Taylor Swift item on there.
Oh,
with Sydney Sweeney.
Sydney Sweeney.
We're talking panties.
Let's talk about evil. I think
Evil
that
panties.
if we were evil panties, the story of the week is evil panties. If we were, I first of all, I'm going to say I'm one of those people who hates that word, and I know that there are many of us. Yeah,
Moist
I'm going to call
panties,
yeah, I'm one of those people. I'm going to call it underwear, and you can't make me say panties. That's the last time I'm going to say
That's it. That was it. That's all we get. All right. Enjoy it, boys.
I really do. Sydney Sweeney is all over the blind items, and I'm not even including it in these blinds, so I'm just going to tell you before we talk about this underwear story, because one of the blind items is that someone is trying to sabotage Zendaya, and everyone thinks it's Scooter Braun.
What is he doing to her? See, here at Page 7, Amber, I need you to know we prey upon the pedestal that is Tom Daya. I really love Zendaya and Tom Holland's love. I really, I feel that Zendaya is an artist. I really love Zendaya so much.
Yeah.
And I have kind of been losing myself in when everyone was really getting the fervor for the Taylor Swift Travis Kelce wedding, I was just getting more annoyed with it and more like, but Zendaya got married to Tom Holland and nobody knew about it. And isn't that awesome? And again, I know we're not supposed to compare them. I know, but we're talking about two huge mega stars getting married, okay? And I'm just saying it's interesting to notice.
And if you were going to make like a murder board with Taylor Swift and Zendaya, who allegedly, you know, don't really have anything to do with each other, I do think Sydney Sweeney dating Scooter Braun comes in here, right? Because the reason that this became, and I do believe that Sydney Sweeney is going to try to sabotage Zendaya, because I do believe that Sydney Sweeney is in the evil category.
Evil.
And she's hot, though.
She's hot, but she's evil. I don't know if you've looked into or have heard anything about the world of Sydney Sweeney. Literally, Scooter Braun is an evil Wario of music.
Was he with Kesha?
I mean,
that was a different. Dr. Luke was
that's Dr. Luke.
Different guy.
Different bad man, but
different
similar,
bad man.
Different allegation, different gations,
different badman.
Different, but similar in the. I think
in the we don't like him, we do not trust him.
He's gross. People hate Scooter Braun because he seized all of the masters from Taylor Swift, thus preventing her from.
That's why she put out Taylor's version when she got them back. Like, then she was making Taylor's version because she refused to interact with him. But now Sydney Sweeney, who is evil and like with the whole like American Eagle thing, you know, it's like she knows. And then she created this panty company called CERN, but it is Siren. It is pronounced Siren, but here on page 7 we only refer to it as CERN.
Well, one of the panties says, "But Daddy, I love him."
Yes.
And I don't like that sentiment. I feel like a young girl wearing these panties should not be dating. It seems like, it's okay to date a creepy older man when you should date someone your age. And if you're in high school, you should not be having sex because you're a child.
You know who's dating a creepy older man? Sydney Sweeney. Scooter Braun is 40. Sydney Sweeney is, you know, she's old enough to date a 40-year-old. She's in her mid to late 20s, whatever. But I so agree with you, Amber, that I think she's advertising these underwears as panty packs. I had to say it again. Panty packs with some of my little sayings. Panty packs with some of my little sayings. And the little saying is, "But Daddy, I love him," which is very
Amber,
obviously a Taylor
that just
Swift
means like
lyric.
It's a bad man that your father's like, "I don't want you to date him," and you should listen to your father. You should listen to your father here.
But Amber, originally it's a Little Mermaid reference, isn't it?
It is, but also, "But Daddy, I Love Him" is a song by Taylor Swift. And it is off of the Tortured Poets Department album that she put out. So also, this is a backdoor where she's just like, "Did you see what I did there?" Like her with her CERN panties. She's like, "But did you see I can put 'But Daddy, I Love Him' on there and I can do that." And so she's doing it in a way to be like, "I'm dating the boy that you don't like, and now I'm putting the name of your song on my fucking panties."
That just seems like such a lot of emotion and drama that I would just be like, "Okay, have fun with your panty line.
ahead.
I'm going to be a billionaire getting married to a man I love."
Exactly.
Like, who gives a shit?
Exactly.
Taylor Swift will be fine, but at the same time, I do think it's gross to basically Sydney Sweeney is trying to monetize a lyric from a Taylor Swift song to be like, "Haha, my boyfriend stole your masters." It's just it's so weird, yucky.
Okay.
Part of me that has been making fun of the Taylor Swift wedding, of course, does find it a little cheeky, and I'm not talking cheeky panties. I do feel it is a little like, you know, screw, if it wasn't Sydney Sweeney and Scooter Braun doing it, I'd be like, yeah, like if it was like Charlie, like if it's Charlie XCX, make it, but you know what? Charlie would never do something like that.
No.
She would never do something like that because she wouldn't even stoop to that level, because this is the thing, Sydney Sweeney, this is just weird, mean girl behavior as you're partnered up with Scooter Braun, and what is, like, who is this look for? I guess it is for like the haters that are out there, I guess. But
it's like, for girls that are on Twitter, that are still on Twitter posting anorexic memes. That's all that thing is. Like, I had to get off that shit because it was just like anorexia. I'm not eating. I'm just bed rotting. I'm like, no, you should get up and lift weights and eat protein. Like, this is just bad all around.
And I don't go on Twitter anymore, so I know that it's kind of like a conservative wasteland on there. But I do feel like Sydney Sweeney. I think that what's happened to her, my working theory, is what happens to a lot of people who like get canceled, which is that she was already, I think, ambiguously bad. Like there was the whole picture of her with her Trump family, but we all kind of forgave that because like that's your family, that's not you. We don't know your politics.
Whatever.
Okay,
you know.
but then with that jeans ad that was like, my jeans are white,
and they are good.
Some jeans are better than others.
Some jeans are, yes.
And when a bunch of people were like, this seems like a little eugenic, and she could have been like, oh God, I didn't realize that. It's not meant to be that way. But instead, she was just like, oh, you mad? You mad?
I just like jeans.
Yeah.
And I think that since then we have seen the doubling down and the defensiveness, which is what happens to a lot of people who are like not necessarily actively trying to be evil. And then they're called out and then they're like, you know what? I will be evil because you told me not to be a eugenicist, and now I'm just going to be one anyway, just to prove you wrong. Yeah, and I think that we get this from so many pop culture figures who are like, they get so defensive if they're corrected about something because everyone's upset about cancel culture that then they just lose their mind and they start making. Like, I don't know what Sweeney believed in the first place, but now she has defined herself as being like a pop culture troll, which is such a weird place to be when you're a very talented, beautiful young actor. Well, talented.
I mean, she's talented and beautiful. Like, there's no need for any of that. Like, she could just work, and that's okay. Gorgeous.
Right.
I don't need to know anything about your politics. I would say that for anybody.
Also, just in case if you were wondering with the Scooter Braun thing, I just wanted to remind everybody that it wasn't even that eventually Taylor Swift did buy them back, like the rights, like her masters back from Scooter Braun. Scooter Braun sold them to somebody else, and then Taylor Swift was able to go and buy them. And like that, even just alone, regardless of whatever you feel about billionaire Taylor Swift, that's so annoying. Like, that's just such like, why are you acting like this? It's so, all of it. It's so petulant. It's just so like, who's got the time for this stuff?
It's king shit, look at me. And it's the reason why clowning is coming back. So when I
love clowning.
Well, we love
when
clowns.
we were first doing clowning, it was like, here, how to express words with your body, how to find your inner child. And now it's a lot of, because I've done a lot of clown shows as a stand-up, it's a lot of mommy, look at me. And there's no real punchline and there's no real articulation with your body. It's just, how can I be loud and how can I be annoying? And that's it. I just see that in every facet of entertainment right now, and it's driving me crazy.
And I think that you have to pick I don't even like be like, you have to pick a side. You have to be explicitly like affirmatively on the right side of things, which obviously I do like in a celebrity. But I think that Scooter Braun and
side of things, yeah,
the correct side. But I think Scooter Braun and Sydney Sweeney also, they're in cahoots with Bezos. Like they love. She's trying to work with Bezos to get her CERN out and everything. And there's a bunch of blind items about how they're all hanging out together all the time. So I think that just they have chosen a side.
Do you think they slept together? Do you think they've been in a three-way with Jeff Bezos, his wife, and Sydney Sweeney?
I'm sure she's cucked Bezos before, though. I imagine.
Oh, like putting a strap on?
Yeah, no, just have him watch. I think that he's just sitting off he's like, I'm on my mega yacht and I'm gonna watch with my binoculars. And I feel like that's the only way that he can even get a semi, I feel like he's just only al dente. Bezos ain't hard as a diamond.
Oh, because whenever you can get anything you want, it's just kind of like, well, what makes me hard now?
Right. It's
probably someone who doesn't want to be there.
Yay! See, this is a perfect time for me to start talking about being a Taco Bell influencer. Because there was somewhere where I didn't want to be last week, and that was in the toilet bowl. And I had to cancel D&D this weekend because I was having too much of an experience. And it's fascinating because within the week, it is obviously Taylor Farms, which is like a conglomerate of lettuces and poo-poo veggies, right? And poo-poo fruits that are out there. And they work with a bunch of different organizations, and FDA threw Taco Bell under the bus and was like, it's
Taco Bell
all
was a
Taco Bell.
scapegoat.
And then
They
Taco Bell
scapegoated Taco
came
Bell
out and was like, We were used as a scapegoat. It is not just us, but it was very funny because in our D&D chat, I was asked if I had had Taco Bell, and I appreciated our friend Max responded with, to ask a snackfluencer if she partook in the bell is to question an eagle as to why it flies. And I just wanted to throw that out there as a thank you because I felt supported. And Amber, I also felt supported by you.
I'm sorry,
as well.
Jackie, if I wasn't as supportive. I was just kind of laughing.
No, I mean, that's why we've been laughing, Amber.
Because Jackie got the poo-poo bug.
Oh, I know. I know.
She a boo-boo-doo-doo head.
And, the Taco Bell jokes write themselves, obviously. Everybody
God,
gets
they do.
diarrhea after Taco Bell, whether or not there are cyclosporas there, So I think that it was an easy scapegoat. How are you going to tell if it's the Taco Bell that gave you diarrhea, if it's the lettuce? But also, I think the biggest takeaway from this is that Whole Foods and Taco Bell lettuce all come from the same place.
It's all the same lettuce. Yo,
It's all the same place.
It's all the same lettuce.
It all has the same shit on it.
Exactly.
Yeah, no spend.
You don't need to go to the Whole Foods. It's the same as the friggin' Walmart. So it's all
gonna
the
have
same lettuce.
The human shit is going to be on it no matter how much money you spend on it.
There you go.
Also, not to sound like a Debbie Downer, but even farmers markets, because I've gotten there early before, and there's also been a Dateline investigation where I personally saw them just remove Whole Foods lettuce, put it in a bin, and then charge it twice as much. And there was also a Dateline documentary on this where they will just go to Whole Foods or go to Ralph's or whatever, Kroger, and then get the lettuce.
You coming in hot with the anti-farmer stance.
and then get it and then put it right there.
I believe you, Amber, but between citing
Anti-farmers.
Dateline and this really feels like something that someone's mom would send in a chain letter.
Right. Got to send it to 3 more people or we're all going to get diarrhea. You got to do it. I'm not saying every farmer does that, but it's there.
I was
But you are
hearing
saying that you watched a Dateline about it.
You are
Okay, that's all I'm
about
saying.
it. There you go. I just think that I've heard that it's actually better to go to the farmers markets because it might be less human waste to just openly smeared on the outside of the husks of the corn. But
it's not every farmer, but like in the Hollywood farmers market.
Because they're
that I believe.
Right.
Do we believe it? Especially the Hollywood farmers markets here. I mean, it's there. You go to be seen. Jeremy Allen White goes to our farmers market. You know what I mean? It's the bear all over that market. And I'm like, hey, he could be more bear.
He's attractive.
That's inappropriate to say. That's an inappropriate thing for me to say to a human being.
Is he single?
Probably he's
married.
very divorced. He's very divorced.
He looks
He's
very
like-
sad about it too, and there's lots of pictures of him shoved into the tiny train at the farmer's market with the sad kids. Not that the kids are sad, he just looks sad. So I imagine the kids are also like, why is Papa always frowning? But it's because he has to, and people are like, but don't you see he goes to the farmers markets and he buys, oh my God, look at this groundbreaking, unique, different man. He's a man that buys flowers for his home every week. And it is funny how often I see the headlines that people are like, where's he bringing the flowers? What are the flowers for? What are the flowers? Oh, the flower. And it's like, I think he's just buying flowers for his home.
Yeah. I think guys can like flowers.
Yeah.
Is it gay,
It's
fellas?
true,
Is it
but-
gay to like flowers?
Yeah, is that what his problem is?
He's just so divorced, and his ex has made like very pointed posts about how divorced they are
So
and how much
divorced.
parenting she's doing.
Yeah.
And speaking of divorce, I would need to know, you guys, if you spend your whole life married to Hugh Jackman and you love him despite his proclivities for men. You spend 25 years with him, and then he goes and plays Harold Hill on Broadway as the Music Man, which is
Music Man
one
himself.
of the best musicals, in my opinion. And then he falls in love with somebody else
Sutton
from the Music
Foster.
Man,
Thoroughly
Sutton
Modern Millie.
Foster. And then Deborah Furness, that's her name? Deborah Lee Furness is texting with Sutton
Deborah
Foster.
Lee Furness, please. I say her whole name with the respect with which it deserves. She
I'm
put
sorry.
up with him Think of what Liza put up with, right?
Yeah.
In talking about the Liza Minnelli book, think of how much she put up with that. But Hugh Jackman's wife put it up with it for like 3 times as long.
Yeah, and she was more famous than him when they first started off.
Yes,
Deborah Lee
and now
Furness
not so
was?
much.
Really?
Yeah, in Australia.
Oh, okay. Australian famous. Well, she's very nice because she's texting with Sutton Foster about his health problems. And that's very sweet to me because when you get to be a certain age, you have to keep up about the health problems with your partner. And I think, I mean, this is presented as like a nice feel-good story, but also it's like slightly devastating where she's just like, yeah, he left me after 27 years.
I guess I'll still help with his medical conversations.
No, I'd be like, I hope he dies.
Yeah, right?
You could die on stage. I don't care.
But then it is a beautiful...
I'm sure he's wonderful. That's just how I would be.
Or is he? Or is he, Amber?
Or is he?
You know, because if you think about it, it seemed like he turned in his old beard for a much younger model, and I think that that's not fair. If you're already set up as the beard, you want to be the beard for life. He's the beard of the mother of his children. You know what I mean? Like, that's the beard you keep.
I do hate to speculate about someone's sexuality.
We've been speculating about this is since the beginning of time, MJ.
It's just this is one of those like a genre where there's just so many blinds and so much chatter about it that it almost is just
the beginning of time. And it's not even one of those because a singing man can't want a woman. Like it really is. It's beyond that at this point, guys.
Right.
With
It's the all amount kind of
that has been said about John Travolta, the amount that has been said about Hugh Jackman. And again, we're not even saying this as long as everybody is consenting and as long as everybody is of age and as long as, like, Deborah Lee Furness, you knew what you were giving your life to. Have it.
Never give your life for a partner.
Whoa,
I don't know.
I love this.
Never do that. Never, ever.
What if he's Hugh Jackman, though?
No.
What if he becomes Wolverine?
No. Not worth it.
What if he's Harold Hill? I just love the idea of being swept up in the onstage romance of The Music Man, which is a musical, I think, written in the 1920s about a small river city in Iowa. And do I think Robert Preston is very sexy in it? Yes, but it is a hilarious musical to fall in love to because it's very corny.
MJ became The Music Man on Friday night. Like, we watched them. We got them so drunk that they became Harold Hill on Friday night. Are you familiar with The Music Man? Like, it's MJ's favorite musical. It's my husband's favorite musical. I've never seen it. I've only heard, and then both of you will bring up the word trouble, and then both of you will, like, jump into the trouble and trouble. I don't know the song.
We should watch it.
Capital T and that rhymes with P and that stands for pool. It's about a moral panic, you guys. It's a culturally relevant text.
Panic. And that's obviously what Hugh Jackman had, where he was interested in another woman and he didn't understand.
Oh, is it, MJ, is it one of those like old-timey pieces that couldn't be done today because it's just too woke? Like I saw Metropolis like the other day and I was like, oh, this could not be done today. Because I
was actually thinking about that with The Music Man because it's almost like you need a collective agreement that there is such a thing as a scammer, and I think in this society we're so fragmented that we couldn't even have like a near universal experience of like what a scam artist looks like. But in The Music Man, it's just like, oh, this is a scammer creating a moral panic, and everybody falls for it. But like we can all agree that that's what's happening, and I think that actually. I don't know if it could be made today.
Bitcoin Man. Just call it Bitcoin Man.
There you go. That's what. Oh man, that's how you make the more updated version of this. That's what you do. You be like, oh, it's like, yeah. No, it's an image. An image of what? It's an image of a monkey.
It's an
NFT. Yeah, exactly.
Is it AI or isn't it AI?
Oh my god! Yeah. And also, when you brought up Metropolis, I thought you were bringing up Megalopolis, which was the movie that Francis Ford Coppola made a couple of years ago, and I was like, unfortunately, that was made a couple of years ago, but I'm glad that that's not what you were spending your time watching.
Metropolis is there's two different societies, the haves and the have-nots, and basically the have-nots rise up. You could not make that today with the way it's done.
Whoa.
And it would just be called too woke. But I'm like, this was done in the 1920s, late 20s, early 30s.
This is really hearkening me back to the Jenners book. I believe it was called The City of Idra. I remember that I did the audiobook for it on our Patreon. The Jenners, quote unquote, wrote a book, Kylie and Kendall Jenner, like 10 years ago, and they definitely didn't. But it was that tale as old as time.
Yeah.
Where it was like the people underneath and then the people up top. And I remember specifically thinking, why are Kylie and Kendall Jenner writing about a rise up of the people from below? You'd think that's not what they would want to happen. But, you know, they didn't write it in the first place, so it didn't really matter.
A ghostwriter did it.
A ghostwriter, they worked with a ghostwriter. It is called Rebels, City of Indra. And I wonder if they felt as if they were the downtrodden because they were like the younger siblings in the Kardashian family. It wasn't about class. You know, it was about their own personal experience.
That's what
I
it
wish
was.
I got peed on. Why didn't I get peed on?
Oh,
Mummy.
I wish Army Hammer's daddy brought his chair over to our house. But we're not talking about Army Hammer and his family and his daddy's sex chair right now. No, we are busy talking about, what was the name of the song that you were so excited, MJ, at the end of the stream? I believe I wrote down Fingers Get to Fiddlin' is what I drunkenly thought it was called at the end of the stream. What was it?
It's called Fit as a Fiddle, and
Fit
it is
as a
from the
Fiddle.
1952 musical Singin' in the Rain. Heard of it?
I
And
love
yes,
Singing in the Rain.
Thank you. It is, I think, one of the best musicals. And Fit as a Fiddle is a bit of a deep cut because it's like a montage of the main character's rise in vaudeville. And yes, I was threatening everyone, saying you can't not have fun when you listen to Fit as a Fiddle. But, you know,
MJ got scared. Like, as the music man, it was a side of MJ I didn't expect, and I loved to see it. Like, I need everyone to know, if you enjoy Jackin', we are going to have another Broadway night. We have to. We definitely have to. We're going to have
Can I
next
join?
time. Please
Just for
join.
like an hour, yeah.
Please, because next time, whenever Holden is out of town, the second he's Holden out of town, we're going to be doing another Broadway night.
You know, speaking like a not fun fact, but a fact about Singing in the Rain is Sid Charisse, the woman in the green dress and that beautiful iconic dance number. Her husband previously pushed her down a flight of stairs and she broke her back. And so and then the director was like,
this is a fun fact.
Oh, were they on their honeymoon?
fun surprise, fun fact. And the director was like, well, you can audition. I mean, you have the role, but I don't know, when you're with your back broken, you can just go and audition with the rest of them. So she stood in line, went to just auditioned like a regular person with a back brace and was still so good, she got the part.
Whoa,
That
MJ,
is fun.
Yeah.
Did you know
That
this
is fun.
fun fact about the woman getting kicked down the flight of stairs?
I thought I knew all the fun facts about Singing in the Rain. For example, Debbie Reynolds hated it and was really scared of Gene Kelly. Gene Kelly was very sick during the filming of Singing in the Rain. I thought I knew all the fun facts. I did not know that spousal abuse fun fact about Sid Charisse. It does explain why she doesn't move that much in that number, you know?
Yeah.
She's pretty
it's all
still.
the brace that she had on.
There's
and
a
the
lot
full,
of legs, a lot of leg kicking. A lot of legs.
They're like, just keep it down there. Just put the camera down there. Just don't show what's happening up here. She's
Man.
going, ow, 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 ow,
Old
ow, ow.
Hollywood was crazy. You guys should do a page 7 for old Hollywood, like Hollywood Babylon style.
I think that this Liza conversation is really opening up a lot. I mean, a long time ago, MJ and I were talking about doing a whole series called Old Hollywood.
Ooh.
And I do think that there is room for that because it really is. We were talking about this with the Liza Minnelli audiobook. It's like every other line is another just lore drop.
Yeah, you're like,
that is
what?
so crazy that
They were fucking and sucking and snorting and drinking.
And like
wow.
lying, not
Oh,
lying,
wow.
but like suppressing their nationality. I think Rita Hayworth, she was Latina. And she's like, well, I can't say that in old Hollywood or Hollywood at the time. So she's like, oh, yeah, I'm white. I'm white.
It's ridiculous the things that people used to be put through and what they would be put under, and
Abortion pills, uppers,
and then
downers.
just thrown away and just really just used up and discarded. And in a way that I feel like we talk about this with our current society, but it was more hush hush back then, and it was like that nobody was talking about it, and if you were talking about it, you better be doing it because we're not talking about it. And I feel like there was a lot of that going on. So I would love to explore more into the world of it, just because all of it is upsetting. And I love to be upset.
It's upsetting, but it's less upsetting than our current timeline. So it's like a little bit of a relief to me.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe, obviously, I'm not one of those people that's like, we should go back in time because everything was better. That would be yesteryear. And obviously, back then, many of the women didn't have the right to own a credit card and everything. So I'm not saying that everything was better back then.
You're right. Some of us are still living in the past, MJ, like Aziz Ansari, who doesn't have an email address or a smartphone. You know, some people have the privilege that they don't have to, and some people can, like in this article, he can just call his wife, and his wife can give him directions.
That seems like a lot of work for the wife.
Always.
Get an email.
No, Amber,
I'm busy. I'm
I
busy.
think- no, she's a data forensic scientist. She's got the time. I think that she's ready to be his Google Maps, and I think this is good for her. Like, maybe she'll get a couple of updates like a wife should have.
I wonder, not to bring in an unpleasant subject.
Oh, yeah?
But I wonder-
MJ, another unpleasant subject.
That's my name. I wonder if this isn't because of Aziz's kind of like weird middling cancellation. Remember, there was like around the 2017 stuff, there was like an article about a bad hookup with Aziz Ansari.
So you
and
think that's why he's just like, you know what? How about I just don't look at anything anymore?
I don't know. I mean,
It might
if you
be.
ever had, I had an experience of getting attacked on the internet, and it was so unpleasant that it changed my life. And so I wonder if that might be part of it for him. Like he says, like, I have a flip phone. I don't want to look at what's going on, what the alerts are.
You'd think if he really felt that way, then just you wouldn't want any of it anymore.
No.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I feel
Yes,
like
totally. He's trying to have it both ways, like be a famous star and then still not have to still rely on his wife to communicate everything to him. I totally agree with you that anybody who doesn't have a phone usually has somebody near them with a phone who's doing all the work.
Somebody else is gonna do it. Somebody's got to get a hold of you at some point. And
Yeah.
I do feel that is like, well, if you have an assistant, yeah, I guess you don't need to have a phone, but think about the assistant and what the assistant has to go through. Then that's where I think that I know enough people that also like work within that world of even just being assistants. And that makes me want to I feel like as his wife, how does she never, at some point, he comes home after you haven't talked to him all day, and she not just be like, get a phone, get a real phone. Like, I feel like I, at some point, would have a complete mental breakdown of like, I can't do this for you anymore. I can't be this for you anymore. I can't be the phone for you anymore. That I would just self-destruct.
Would you say she's a data scientist?
Yeah, she's like a forensic,
Sure,
data
yeah.
scientist.
She's sitting around with her thumb up her ass
Yeah.
all day, just waiting for that email.
Hopefully my husband needs my help with something. We get into this over on Who's the Bitch. I just needed to pepper it in just because it was one of those things that I was like, oh my God. Like, it's not, I feel like we want to see it as this like, yes, go off king, good for you, like create boundaries. But all I see is all of the unseen labor that has to still be done around him that he doesn't have to deal
labor
with.
That he gets to kind of have cred for not dealing with, but somebody is dealing with it, and it is either his wife or his assistant or both. But he also says that he blocks all of the websites. That's what he says. I block all websites on my phone. And that is something where it's tempting, but I do want to ask, like, the New York Times? Like, do you have any idea what's going on in the world? Because I feel like that's also, to be an actor that's just like, I don't want to engage with the world at all. I think that's kind of silly because your thing is that you're a study of human life, you know,
Right.
but also, there's lots of stories about actors now who just keep Googling like reviews of themselves and getting sad. So from that point of view, I get it. You know,
I also, I mean, I don't want you shouldn't be doing that. Don't get lost in that kind of sauce, but get lost in a list kind of sauce.
You know what, MJ, you bring up a great point. I'm sorry, we're moving forward.
We were, but also I'd like to hear what you were going to say.
Because MJ said, you know, you're an actor, you're studying the world, and I said something earlier. I'd like to recant. I would like to apologize for what I said. I don't
we have an
want to
apology.
hear I don't want to hear any politics from an actor, but maybe I should. Maybe I do. Maybe I do.
There are ways.
I think if you're just like insufferable about it, I'm just kind of like, shut up and read the script.
There-
Like, you're not a savior.
but it's also it's a balance.
It's a balance.
It is a balance for all of them, and like I do feel that it is dangerous at levels of danger for some. That like it's like it would help if you said something, but then there's also there is the Sydney Sweeneys of the I'll never tell that like also is that they're and the Taylors that it's like that's also that like that stuff is annoying, and it's so I think that all of us are just so frustrated with so many things that we want a lot and we're not getting it. And I think that we put it on also celebrities of like, but you're not also saying. There's a lot that we're upset about, guys.
Going on.
You know what I mean? There's a lot. There's a lot.
Take a deep breath. We'll all be okay. We haven't been pushed down the stairs by your husband and have
Not
to go
today.
re-audition.
Not today.
No. Get right back out there, boys. But now it is time for the list.
Yes.
Oh,
Who's on the list? Me.
Jackie.
Gotta have that list. Famous people who openly talked smack about other celebrities.
Whoa, I love this.
love
Yes,
it.
It is given tea, and it is not all current tea. There's some older tea, and maybe I was inspired because of all the lies that we've been living in.
It's steeped.
But, oh, bitch, this shit is steeped. Elton John came for both Madonna and Keith Richards. The heated feud between John and Richards began in 1988 when Richards described John as a lovely bloke, but posing to Rolling Stone. The pair has since exchanged a volley of snide remarks about each other over copious interview confessions through the years. In a 1997 Daily News interview, John revealed, "I'm glad I've given up drugs and alcohol. It would be awful to be like Keith Richards. He's pathetic. Poor thing. It's like a monkey with arthritis trying to go on stage and look young. I have great respect for the Stones, but they would have been better if they had thrown Keith out 15 years ago. I just think he's an asshole, and I have for a long time."
Whoa, a monkey with arthritis.
Specifically, I've thought he's an asshole from the years 1988 to 1997, where I am rehashing this beef. He held on to that grudge for 9 years.
9 years. He was holding on to it.
But wow, is Keith Richards an asshole though?
I'm sure.
Gotta be.
Yeah,
Gotta be.
I imagine. I think that any person, like especially a rock and roller such as them, I would assume you never have to really learn any lessons.
Please
unless,
and thank you.
Right? No, I don't think that. I think you just go for it. But also, Richards isn't the only celebrity that John has openly shared his opinion on. At the Q Awards in 2004, Madonna and Elton John were both nominated for Best Live Act. After winning the award, John dissed Madonna in his acceptance speech. He said, "Madonna, Best Live Act? Fuck off. Since when has lip syncing been live? Anyone who lip syncs in public on stage when you pay £75 to see them should be shot."
Whoa!
Thank you very much.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. 2004, man. That is quite a thing to say.
I'm like trying to situate Madonna in 2004. 2003 was the kiss with Britney at the VMAs, right?
Yes.
So this is Madonna is still, I mean, she's not like 80s Madonna anymore, but she's out there. She's still big part of the pop
music makes the people
world.
go together,
Which is a squat challenge. And which is hard to do.
That she was squatting while she was singing?
Music, so you go down and then up and then squat and whoop, do. And it's like, it's a challenge that even people in their 20s are like, I'm having a hard time doing this. And she was in her 50s.
Something about squat challenge, I think, sounds a lot like what I was doing last week, and I don't want any more of that, okay? No, I'm good. I guess it's more of a squirt challenge. But I don't make those jokes. I know
you don't make shit jokes,
MJ, it's just been, I had to make the jokes. I had to make the jokes because I kept having to like quickly leave a room. And so I needed to make jokes because I was so like technically embarrassed that I had to make jokes through it. Because what are you going to do? You know, you're going to
tell
poo.
everyone.
That's what you're going to
Yeah.
do. You're going to tell everybody. Thank you, MJ, for understanding. Sharon Osbourne talked sauce on Ashton Kutcher. Osbourne opened up to E! News when she was prompted to name the rudest celebrity she'd ever met. At first, Osborne couldn't remember his name. She said, the guy that's married to an actress and he used to do that 70s show. She puzzled, fishing for answers. After confirmation that the guy was Ashton Kutcher, she went on to call him a rude little boy.
What?
And a dastardly little thing. Didn't anyone ever tell Osborne that it's rude to forget someone's name? But also, she wasn't even thinking about him. Rude.
Man, ahead of her time hating Ashton Kutcher, because at this time, what did she say this? I feel like in the early whatever, the aughts, he was king shit. Like everybody was like,
with the trucker hats.
Yeah.
The trucker hat, and then he was like speaking out against human trafficking, and everyone was like, what a good celebrity. He doesn't like human trafficking.
And then they stood up for Danny
this.
Masterson.
And then
there
Danny
was that,
Masterson.
and there was the apology video.
And grace. I'm not surprised to hear that he's 5 rudes. I'm not surprised. He seems like he's 5 rudes.
Deep. You're right. He does seem 5 rudes deep. And it has nothing to do really with the trucker hats, but does it? I don't know. It might. And I'm not against a trucker hat. I say, but it's
I like a trucker hat.
There's something about the Ed Hardy trucker hat version that was Ashton Kutcher that I feel like a lot of us were triggered by in multiple ways. I think I shouldn't just assume the Ed Hardy about him, but I do kind of put it all in one little pool.
The only thing that triggers me with like that fashion style is like the low cut shirt with the jewelry and all the rings.
Yes. So like the pickup artists?
Yes, that's what it screams to me. It screams, I have a 16-year-old in my phone that I can call up right now. She can't come in the bar because she's not legal, but I'll go home and fuck her. Consensually, of course.
Yeah. Somewhere on the gender spectrum, there's those people, and then the like Ashton Kutcher in the early 2000s is like not there, but it's like over here, and the Ed Hardy hat is somewhere around. And I've known lovely men who wear an Ed Hardy hat, but I think those of us who are young adults in the 2010s have a relationship with the Ed Hardy hat. We all do. Everyone has a story.
I think a lot of us have at least one negative story with an Ed Hardy wearer.
There was a guy with like Ed Hardy and like the description I just told you. And he was at the bar with his friend and they were on Tinder. So these men are in their 50s and like no shame. We're all gonna
it would get yours.
A blessing to turn 50, right? But they were looking at specifically 21-year-olds on Tinder and they were like, she has freckles, she's not a 10. And I'm like, sir.
She has freckles.
I remember that. She has freckles. She's not a 10. And like, yeah, she's 21. That's hot prime age. And I was just kind of like, wow, these are two, like, should I poison their drinks with bleach?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's
not that
so
we support
sad.
that here on this show.
We don't support murder here. I just look at a 21-year-old, anybody under 25, and I'm just kind of like, I hope you have a good day at school today. You go get him.
Of course. No, that's I know that there are men that are like that. And I think I'm just blessed to have to not have those people in my life. And then whenever I hear about an interaction like that, I'm just like, oh no.
I know.
Man, why are you doing that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't do that.
We don't have to do this.
Yeah,
We don't have to do that. There's women your age that are beautiful that you could look for.
Yeah.
And freckles really what does that take down? Does that make them an 8.5 out the gate? Is this where are we starting with freckles? As someone, I have freckles, but I guess you can't really see the freckles all the time. So does that mean that you're just going to leave me when you find the freckles later on? But we don't have to worry about that right now. We're too busy being back in the early 2000s between Kelly Osbourne and Christina Aguilera when they were highly vocal about their squabble. The squabble started back in the 2000s when Osbourne went in on Aguilera. Aguilera. One of Aguilera's One of X-Tina's clapback tactics included chucking darts at a photo of Osbourne at the 2003 MTV Europe Music Awards.
Is this during when she did Dirty and she had that black thing in her hair?
There was that period, but then I also know that this was around the time period too where like there were lots of diva squabbles. So I imagine this was all lumped into the diva soup. And of the many things Osbourne had to say about Aguilera through the years, her comment about her body on an episode of Fashion Police was a low blow. Osbourne exclaimed, "Maybe she's just becoming the fat bitch she was born to be. I don't know. She was a cunt to me."
Whoa. Because there was a second ex-Tina, like, you know, your hormones come in factor. And she wasn't the, like, dirty body size. She just had a different body type.
A
little bit bigger.
She also was like,
it's okay.
Not, you know, she was actually probably eating
Normal.
something, not
Right,
even, you know, it's like just there, like that dirty. If you think about that, like think about that body standard that we were
That was
all
during a highly
compared
disordered
to.
eating.
Yeah.
Like the Jessica Simpson, Britney Spears, everybody who has spoken about, I don't know if Xtina has spoken about it, but every star from that time who has spoken about that time has described themselves as absolutely shackled with disordered eating.
Like, Lady
because
Gaga
of
said that
those.
too.
Yeah. I mean, you know, we talk sometimes when we watch Desperate Housewives about hearing things from the early 2000s and being like, you know, a lot of times in 2026, we say we've kind of overcorrected for political correctness. And then you hear Kelly Osbourne just being like, she's meant to be a fat bitch. And you're like,
I'm
don't
glad
say that.
we've
Jeez.
changed. Yeah, please don't say it like that. We don't need to say it like this. But, you know, everybody, we're all growing in different ways. And are they growing in friendship or are they growing in hatred? Martha Stewart and Gwyneth Paltrow. Because Martha Stewart talked smack about Gwyneth Paltrow. But Paltrow smacked back.
What did they say?
In an interview with Porter Magazine, Stewart shared some candid advice for Paltrow. Stewart admitted, "She just needs to be quiet. She's a movie star. If she were confident in her acting, she wouldn't be trying to be Martha Stewart."
She's not wrong.
She's wrong,
right.
dude. She ain't wrong because she was going after like the lifestyle, but then the drama got culinary when the pair wrote retaliation recipes targeted at one another.
What?
In an issue of Martha Stewart Living, a feature on desserts titled Conscious Coupling was published. The story celebrated sweet treats with the perfect marriage of crust and filling.
That is so shady. That is such a fucking shade.
I know, dude. The
She's a
conscious
bitch.
coupling title was a jab at Paltrow's conscious uncoupling and separation from her husband, Chris Martin. Paltrow responded with a recipe for jailbird cake, which she published in Goop as a subtle nod to Stewart's criminal past and her 5-month stay in prison.
I kind of love that feud. I think that feud is hilarious.
I think it's
Yeah.
wonderful.
That's like a fight to the death and see what happens. Like, I'm obviously team Martha, but I don't mind if you
Obviously.
each take each other down quite a lot because Martha's going to hold her own and Goop needs to be taken down a peg. Again, go back to the disordered eating stuff. Jackie and I read her book and it is maybe the most upsetting celebrity memoir that we read.
Which is crazy
Really?
because we also read I'm Glad My Mom Died. And so
Yeah, that's probably the most
probably
upsetting.
that one's up there. Yeah.
Was Goop upsetting because it was like out of touch? I picture just being like completely out of touch.
She's out of touch. She has just horrific, like all of Goop is not only the body shaming part, like the horrible politics around people of different sizes and stuff, but also
In
like
Israel.
she redirected like cancer patients towards like holistic stuff.
No.
And
in
so
lieu
many
of-
people
That
were
could
dying.
kill people.
Oh, many people. Like she is a date. Like
Specifically, like there's specific women named in the book who like rejected like medical treatment
Because-
to follow the Goop path.
So-
and she knew that this stuff didn't work. She was just trying to get headlines and get people talking about her stuff.
Could her like those families like sue her or like what is the freedom of speech? What is the what
Not really, because it's the
What?
same kind of thing as like saying I looked something up online and then I followed it. You know, it's like it's up to you whether or not, like it is up to your choosing of whether or not you follow things. And there were no scientific findings on any of the things. So if you chose to follow that information, that's your choice. Like that's
Wow.
Again, I'm bringing back my murder board, and it's like if we have Maha here, it's like Goop was like digging
poo-poo vegetables. So you talk about
and
we're talking about
we got
poo-poo
Maha and
fruits.
poo-poo vegetables.
Yeah.
Those are intertwined, obviously. And Goop was paving the way towards Maha. Like I don't think she identifies as Maha, but like all of that like reject normal medicine and eat a lemon instead stuff.
Flip the food pyramid. But I also think that her biggest mistake with Gwyneth, I think Gwyneth Paltrow's biggest mistake was just naming it jailbird cake. I think you could have come up with a better joke.
Yeah.
Like I just feel like jailbird cake is just so, it's like, I imagine her just being like, make it, I don't know, jailbird cake. You know, it's like that's the first thing that she said and would not be rewritten, you know?
Right. Well, she's not funny. Martha Stewart can be funny.
Is fun. Martha Stewart is funny.
Yeah.
Martha Stewart is very funny because we've also done like research into a while ago we did a pop history into Martha Stewart. Martha Stewart is a genius, really, in how she crafted her career.
I also feel like her making fun of like the phrase conscious uncoupling and then Gwyneth Paltrow just being like, you went to jail. It reminds me of like Tobias Funke in Arrested Development when he's like, oh, I'm sorry, your wife is dead. You know, like it's like, I don't know. I feel like bringing in jailbird is just like, you went to prison. It's like not as fun as being like conscious uncoupling. It's conscious coupling.
And she used it as a part of her career. And now like, it's not something, she pivoted with it.
Yeah,
it's brilliant.
She did a thing with Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Now she does a lot with Snoop, and you know, Martha ain't going nowhere ever, you know. But that's gonna be it for my list, and everybody going after each other.
Oh, well, that's great because Martha may not be going anywhere, but my eyesight is going somewhere. I think I'm going
blind.
Items.
Oh, you want to say it with me?
Yeah.
Oh, we can't see them. I like it. You didn't know what you were going to say, but I like that you said it with me.
Yeah, sweet. That was a good yes and improv. You learned from those improv classes, Amber.
Good thing. Oh, zap.
Okay. Blind number 1. This A-plus list, and this harkens back to an earlier conversation, this A-plus list director told interviewers that he avoids owning a smartphone to escape the pressures of digital addiction. The truth is, though, that he does not have a phone, that he does have a phone, and he scrolls for hours looking at what people are saying about his latest project.
Christopher Nolan.
Yeah.
Gotta be the Nolan-nator. And if you want to hear, I have many thoughts on the Odyssey. Come hang out during second helpings. Unfortunately, MJ, you're going to hear... I've been watching a lot of Christopher Nolan movies this week, and you are going to hear a lot about Christopher Nolan. And
I want to see
my
the Odyssey.
Thoughts.
It looks cool.
It's very cool, and I've never been like a Nolanator number 1, but I finally was like, you know, everybody says these movies are pretty good, so I've been watching some of them, and I'm like, wow.
What did you like,
These movies
Batman?
are pretty good. Yeah,
Batman Forever?
It's like, like Interstellar.
Love
and
Interstellar.
he had because like I had just seen Oppenheimer when it came out a couple of years ago, and I was just like, meh. And so I had loved Memento, so we're rewatching I'd never seen Interstellar, and I love The Prestige, so we're gonna rewatch The Prestige tonight. I've never seen Inception, so we're gonna watch Inception.
That's great.
Like these are like I want to watch some of the ones that people are like, this is the Nolan-nator, you know, and I'm trying to see what he's putting out there, MJ, Amber.
Yeah, you're trying to get closer to the mind of Zendaya, and I support that for you.
Thank you for understanding really why I'm doing this. And it was to see what was, because there was this like viral video of Zendaya who loves Christopher Nolan and Interstellar specifically so much that she was like drawing on a piece of cardboard to Hunter Schafer sitting on the floor of her living room explaining the movie to Hunter Schafer because she loves it so much. And I was like, I guess I should see this movie because like Timothée Chalamet Ding Dong was always saying, oh, that was my favorite of the movies that I've done. So I was like, I guess I should check these out. But check out Second Helpings if you want to hear some Nolan-nator conversation.
Blind number 2. Yikes. Our guy looks bad, and there is no two ways about it. He's blamed his gaunt and unhealthy appearance on the usual exhaustion, but that's not the entire story. You see, he recently started seeing someone who he's very attracted to, and their sexual chemistry is off the charts. He's into kinky sex, and so is his new girlfriend. Unfortunately, though, this gal is bad news and has gotten our guy hooked on the high of prescription painkillers.
No, Liza.
Speaking of Liza Minnelli, he's popping pills like breath mints, and they're taking a toll on his appearance. Friends, family, and coworkers are worried and recently held an intervention. He has agreed to enter rehab just as soon as there's a break in his hectic schedule. Now, I'm going to say I'm pretty confused about his hectic schedule because I don't know what he's working on right now, nor do I know what he's worked on in the past several years. This is a big star from the 90s and early 2000s.
I think it's not Seth Rogen, but his friend that was in Wolf of Wall Street. Wolf of Wall Street guy who was kind of big.
Henry Zabrowski.
And he was also
Leonardo
in like
DiCaprio.
the brother, like
John Bernthal.
he was in like a lot of Superbad.
Fatty. Yeah, Fatty.
Superbad.
Jonah Hill. I shouldn't say Fatty. Because he's not a fatty anymore.
He's like lost a lot of. I'm trying to think who's gone now.
Okay, so
Jonah Hill
it's a
has
good
lost
guess.
a lot of weight, and not in. I'm not saying that in a positive or negative way. He just has lost a lot of weight, and he does not look the same.
No.
Observing without judgment. It's not him.
It's not him.
It's not him.
That
But
was
you are in the right-
good. That was
you.
good.
That was a good guess. You are in the right era. Okay, so the biggest way that I would say that I could hint this is that there was this actor recently appeared at like a public speaking engagement, and he looked so different that people were so confused. It started a whole conspiracy theory about why he looked so different. Is this ringing any bells, Jackie?
Nope.
Pete
Davidson?
Not Pete Davidson. People thought that it was not him speaking because he looked so different. And then we were like, it's just him, but he's older. He has such an expressive face.
Jim
You
Carrey.
would never, yeah.
But you're not talking about his butt.
Jim Carrey likes kinky sex?
Apparently.
That's like finding out my dad likes kinky sex.
It is. It is. Wait, you have no kiss. You don't want to kiss on Jim Carrey at all?
No.
I don't want to kiss on Jim Carrey at all either.
No.
Like never. You've never wanted it.
Never once. And you're talking to someone whose my favorite movie on earth was Ace Ventura until I had to put it in the trash can because of the fundamentally transphobic premise. But I love
But what about the
Jim
second
Carrey.
one with the guano? Is that one still?
I never liked the second one. I always thought the second one was not as good as the first one. But it's a
But
shame
he
'cause
comes
that's all
out of
we
the
have left.
rhino in the second one.
Right.
I know. It's all we have left of the Ace Ventura franchise, and I'm very sad about that. But never once have I wanted to kiss him. Not in Liar Liar, not in The
To
Mask.
get a Natalie Jean in here. I had no idea that it was just me and Natalie that wanted to kiss on Jim Carrey.
No, I didn't know
that this was a sissy's kiss in over here. I didn't know that this is what we were experiencing by ourselves. I always wanted to kiss Jim Carrey. I didn't like lust for him in the same, like I wasn't cutting out his face the way I was with like Ewan McGregor, but I definitely lusted for him, and I love that he wants kinky sex. That Canadian bad boy.
Yes, his girlfriend is Minna, who is a singer, I guess, and apparently she loves to have fun sex, but also apparently she loves painkillers, allegedly.
Oh, because that's why
so
she's painkillers, because she's
allegedly
having all that crazy sex.
Crazy sex. Yeah. That
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe it makes it more fun. You know, maybe it makes it more. I don't know.
I think I'm bad in bed.
Why do you say that?
Oh,
I had sex recently, and it
Whoa!
was
Congratulations.
not
Congratulations.
good.
Or is that kind of the same thing as like with weight now? Do we not say it's like if someone had sex, do you not say congratulations? Do you wait and feel like why, where and which was the sex? How was like, do we not just immediately say congratulations? Do we also go, I'm sorry?
Oh, right.
Like,
I'm
do I also
sorry.
say I'm
Is everything
sorry that you just had
okay?
sex?
You were deflowered.
Yeah.
No, it had been so long, and like your body needs human touch, and I like went on a date, and I was just like, well, all right, and then it was
Rip off the Band-Aid.
It was just not.
Yeah. Reset the clock.
I don't want to like
Why
get
are
into
you
detail.
saying you weren't good though?
You know what? You're right.
I bet the other person wasn't good.
I just didn't enjoy it.
Well,
That's
that's
where
its
I'm
own
like,
issue.
am I asexual? Like, am I? Because it's all a spectrum.
We could. I know that this isn't the place, but I would genuinely, I think, off mic, I would love to talk to you about this because I think that this is, especially when you're getting back into banging again, and it's like finding that. Again,
because I haven't done it in so long.
But it's finding yourself again.
Yeah.
It really is also like, what do I like? What do I like when I'm with another person? Like it is, there's so many things to think about and to discuss with yourself before going back into that. And I feel like we can have a really great friendship conversation about this.
Right, when the cameras are off.
Yeah.
Put a pin in it. Put a pin in it.
No
Circle back.
sorries. This is good. We need to be talking about this. This is human interaction, Amber.
Right.
This is what we're all, like, so many people are missing. That it's just us talking about this stuff.
Because all my friends are married, so I'm like, oh, I can't bring this up around them because they won't get it. They won't like it.
I'm married, but I love talking about it.
We'll chat.
Married people would love to talk about this.
Please.
Yeah,
Amber.
okay.
I think that's absolutely, they would be
Always.
thrilled. And, we wish Jim Carrey a lot of fun having sex, but we also wish him a healthy relationship with pills, which sounds like is not a relationship at all.
Yes.
So Godspeed, Jim Carrey. Blind number 3. This show has been on forever and is still quite popular, despite the fact that its stars, or in this case co-hosts, literally despise each other. Sure, on camera they act like they're all chummy, but behind the scenes it's a completely different story. One of the stars recently made a very off-color comment that didn't sit well with the others, and producers feared it would somehow leak out and turn into a public relations disaster. They shelled out a 7-figure bonus to buy the silence, and in the process made everyone sign a new set of NDAs forbidding them from ever discussing anything that happens behind the scenes.
Euphoria?
The View.
Yes, much less cool than Euphoria.
It is.
The View.
It must be so difficult right now to have them on every single day with all these parameters of what they can and cannot speak about.
Who doesn't like
in
each
this political climate.
I mean, nobody likes Whoopi, right? Like, and Whoopi hates all of them. I'm pretty
Nobody
sure.
likes Whoopi, and Whoopi is a real wild card. Like back from when I used to watch The View, it's like 25% of what she says makes total sense and is like an astute observation, and then 75% is like, what are you saying, girl? But what's wild about this is that the off-color comment described that set off this whole hubbub in the blind item is I think the extremely reasonable comment by Sunny Hostin, who is Black, who said that she sometimes feels unsafe if she's in a neighborhood with a bunch of American flags, which makes total sense and is not an off-color comment at all. But apparently,
sadly,
that
not
set
an
off
inflammatory statement. I feel like that is just. I think that is just a personal statement, and
she said that she even said this is not a new conversation in the Black community. I'm not the first person to say this, but apparently behind the scenes, because I don't even know who their resident conservative is right now.
Joy
but I think
Behar?
that. Joy Behar was always identified as like a kind of classic old liberal, but I think that because of the way that politics have evolved, now Joy Behar is like, what are you talking pronouns? I don't know if she's like that, but I think that she's like one of those kind of people who's like struggling to keep up, maybe. And then, I don't know who the conservative is. They always have the Elizabeth Hasselbeck or whatever, but it sounds like.
According to this, it's Alyssa Farah Griffin and Anna Navarro are the designated conservative co-hosts on ABC's The View. But again, this is AI telling me this, so I don't know because I don't currently.
I don't
watch
know.
The View.
I haven't watched The View in a long, long, long time, and I can imagine.
We used to watch it almost every day. Like, remember back when we first were doing Page 7? I was on I went to The View and I got chosen to introduce a segment, and that's how much I loved The View, and it really. I mean, also, I think it is just the falling off of watching morning television that I just lost.
Yeah, who gets up?
I can't. I mean, I also am not getting up to watch television, and if I am, it's Desperate Housewives.
But it's such a quaint idea. Let's all just sit around and talk about the news, and then in 2026, that's obviously a nightmare.
Yeah.
So apparently, it's just
that's why I
holding
can't
on by a
believe
thread.
that it still exists. Yeah, I can't believe that it's still on.
Yeah, I know. Poor Sunny. And Whoopi. I mean, the last time I was watching The View was 2008. That is almost 20 years ago. She's just sitting in that chair.
Dude, oh my God.
Good for them, though.
Sitting in that chair for 20 years. Yeah, and Joy Behar's been there the whole time. Sorry I suggested earlier that Joy Behar isn't woke. I don't know. I just feel like I see her every so often being like, what are these young people talking about? I don't know. But I imagine it's tough for her. It's going to be tough for me if I'm talking about popular stuff when I'm that age. I'm not going to be. It's already hard for me.
Being in your 70s and being asked to speak freely in front of millions of people. It's like, that's got to be very scary.
Right.
Like, no one's putting a microphone in front of Barbara Streisand. You know what I mean? Like, it's honestly, I think a lot of us listening to the Liza Minnelli audiobook and also coming to terms with the fact that a lot of people said that it was AI, and then we have gone through the whole gamut of like, oh my God, maybe it's not AI, and is this just like the doddering way an older person would say this story? But we're really trying to figure that out. But I can't believe that The View is going to be on for much longer, right?
I think it will be a casualty of the 2020s. That's my prediction.
Maybe it'll be like The Substance, and it'll be replaced with.
God, I was just thinking about The Substance yesterday. I said to Jeff that I was like, I feel like I was in the bathroom. I had just taken off all my clothes, and I was like, I feel like I'm in the before times of The Substance, and I'm waiting for The Substance to kick in. Can I claw my way out of my old body, please?
You're not old. Nobody here's old. We've mentioned it a few times.
I know.
Not old.
No, I know. We're not.
We're
and
still
neither
alive.
is Joy Behar. She's young and vibrant.
I don't know if Joy is young and vibrant.
I know. I gotta stop talking about how old I am. That is, but I just, it's something that we're all adjusting to. I'm like, what do you mean the last time I was young and unemployed and watching The View was 18 years ago?
18
That's
years
impossible.
Ago. That's crazy, But just think of how much Liza had already gone through in her early 20s. I really, this audiobook has really had quite the stronghold on both MJ and I's brain. I don't know if you can tell.
Well, Liza Minnelli, her father was gay, and he was a choreographer, and then her mother was
although not according to the book, just a director, a musical director, just a musical director
with a roommate,
Amber.
And her mother was
Judy Garland.
Judy Garland. So your childhood's going to be kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Very fucked up.
And Judy
She's still
Garland's
reckoning
mother
with
was
it.
Mean.
Yeah.
Apparently mean.
I bet.
Yeah.
It seems it.
Yeah.
But
I can see again, Jackie.
Welcome back.
I can see.
Welcome back to the world of the seeing. And welcome back to the world of the snacking, because it is time.
Jackie Snacky.
Amber, I'm going to say it in the beginning of this, because now you get to hear the Snackies song, which you never got to hear before. And it's about to drop.
I've been a snacky girl, snacky. I've been a snacky girl, snacky. I've been a snacky girl, snacky. I've been a snacky, snacky, snacky. Is somebody gonna eat those chips? Is somebody gonna dip those dips? Is somebody gonna try those candies? I got stamina, they say I'm a snackly.
Who's singing this?
Somebody else. Not me. Somebody else. Thank you so much. Did you enjoy the Snackies theme song? I wanted to have something special for Amber today, and I know you're my savory gal, and I was trying to find something that we hadn't had before. I didn't want to just bring you a chip. I didn't, we're new to being on film for Jackie's Snackies, so I unfortunately asked Adam, our producer, during the show to go upstairs and microwave for us some
chili.
Flying it in.
What is this?
Wow, there's a Tupperware. It's in a Tupperware.
It's canned Wendy's chili. Did you know that they have started selling canned Wendy's chili?
I've seen it.
I thought about Amber, and I thought Amber doesn't want me bringing in food that we're going to be wasting. I feel like this is the kind of thing we need to tell the people Is the chili from the can? Does it have a dog food top? Yes. But you don't even need a can opener. Do you think that this canned chili will make it so we don't have to go to Wendy's anymore and worry about poo-poo veggies?
Or the
that might
Band-Aid in
be-
it.
Or having a Band-Aid in it. Or if you remember, like, that they used to say, like, do you think that this is the old beef? Because they used to say, oh, all the chili, you don't get the chili because that's all the old beef that they
old
put into the
hamburgers.
chili, and then you get
Forgot
all
about
the
that.
old beef. So do you think that this beef is going to be
Old.
You know-
and now I wanted to make sure that I got I'm going to take a picture of you. Oh gosh.
I didn't
Sorry,
bring my
Chris.
lunch today, so this is perfect. Actually.
You get the Wendy's chili.
I knew that you also wouldn't be like disgusted by this, Amber, because you know. Oh, yes, bitch. Yes, you've been a snacky girl.
All
Snacky.
right, I gotta go for a bite.
Yeah, get in it.
I can't believe we're snack fluencing with Tupperware now.
Oh, we're snack fluencing with Tupperware.
I dig it.
Yeah, we're in.
Yeah?
Now this is the one with beans.
I would eat this for lunch. Do you want a bite?
Of course I do. Wait, offer me a
Now-
bite.
Amber, do you often go to Wendy's for the chili? Is this a targeted
Actually, yeah,
gift?
I do. I like their chili and I
Okay.
like their baked potato.
The baked potatoes are good.
I don't know why I took you as a Wendy's kind of gal, and I'm not saying that to throw
It's
you under
my
the bus.
Braids, that's why.
I think, maybe it is the braids. Also,
You are
freckles, 8.5.
8.5.
8.5 with the freckles.
8.5. Yeah, my kids are in a big Wendy's stint right now. I've been going to
You
Wendy's a
know,
lot.
I'm not usually a canned chili connoisseur. I'm going to throw that out there.
Yeah, you're more of a
Connoisseur, I guess is
homemade
what-
bitch.
I'm more of a homemade bitch, but the flavor is pretty good. And I
smoky.
do feel like it does taste like the Wendy's chili to a T. And the chunks of beef are so like sat in the can juice that I think that you're not even there thinking about how old the beef is.
You're not noticing that it's an old hamburger.
You're not even noticing how old and square it is, and you're just fine with it. But I do think that it's given Hormel. It's given like up there. This is a good,
I feel like-
everything is expensive nowadays.
Yes.
Sometimes you need to get a can of chili, and
Oh,
you don't
yeah.
know if you should be getting Hormel or if you should be upgrading to the Wendy's. But if you like Wendy's chili, tastes just like it.
I think it's good. Thank you, Jackie.
I didn't know if, sometimes a canned chili, it really gives more can than it does chili.
like canned refried beans. I don't like those because it tastes like a tin can.
Exactly. I'd rather take, I'm not against
Just get some
canned
pinto beans and make it.
Exactly. You can make them yourself. You could just smash them yourself. You make it and they are so delicious. Amber, I knew exactly that you were going to understand me because I think that some people would look at the snacky and be like, oh, that's a stupid snack to bring
No.
to Amber. But I just feel like this is real food.
Yes, that's what I
It's-
want.
I also think I'm a profound sucker for a grocery store item that is marketed as a fast food item, like
food
the Taco
item.
Bell hot sauce. Give me a Taco Bell like family taco night kit, and I'm buying that shit.
And
I
I will-
know it's not the same.
It's not the
But I'm
same.
doing it.
But I will do it. And I know it's not the same sauces. Or maybe it is. Who knows? It's why we have to have Snackies. It's why we have to find these things out.
Okay,
You're a
you will
snack
not
filter.
believe the synchronicity of what I have.
What are you about to say? What have you got for us, dude?
Chili cheese fries,
Wow.
Pringles,
Did y'all,
unplanned.
This is unplanned.
We did not
dude.
coordinate.
We did not. In fact, I'm going to show how excited I am.
And I gotta say, I'm terrified.
Oh, I got
So
chili
scared.
tongue right now.
So scared.
And I'll show everyone my chili tongue.
Okay,
don't be
now-
scared, MJ.
Okay, we gotta play MJ's Minute Munchies.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
You have to listen to this one. We need to write down all the words so we can sing along every week.
Yeah.
With my blow my mind. Hello, spicy. Hello, crunch. It's MJ's
Minute Munch.
Hello, Dill. You're my wild
MJ's Minute Munch. Minute Munch. Minute Munch. Yeah. All right. Okay. Oh crap. They're going right in. Oh crap.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh crap.
I'm going right in. I'm scared.
Oh, why
I'm
are you
scared of a meat-
already scared? Oh, you see,
I'm scared of a
MJ.
meat flavored chip.
MJ recently had a meat flavored chip, and now they feel like they've been chasing. Don't go chasing dog food.
Yeah, it tastes like dog food.
Yeah, sometimes they've been chasing dog food, and
You had a Thanksgiving dinner chip one time, or at least it was on the office table upstairs. I assumed it was yours.
Yes, it was
It tasted
mine.
like dog food.
It did. It's very turkey gravy forward, and that is not always
It is a dog
what
food
you're
flavor.
looking for. And it's surprising that in this our Lord's year of 2026 that it, like, even when it comes to like bacon flavored, that like certain meat flavored items have just not met the mark yet.
No, because when I want meat, I want the meat. I don't
Right.
want a meat
I don't
flavor.
want the taste of it. I want
That's
it.
the problem.
It feels like I'm in
Yeah.
some kind of like late stage capitalism.
Yeah, where you're like getting a pill
Oh my
instead of
God.
a dinner.
Yeah.
Or just a bug paste, like in
Yes.
Snowpiercer. Yeah. You know, sometimes we enjoy our bug paste.
Thank you, Peter Thiel.
Thank you.
I am.
MJ, what are we getting? So, okay, so is it too meaty? Is it too, is it too chili? Like, what are we getting? Are we getting the beans?
I think I am getting the beans.
Oh, they're getting the beans.
I am struggling to identify what's going on with these chips. I'm not unhappy about it. It doesn't taste like dog food, which is good. It does, but like, do you guys know? Do you ever eat the Fritos, the chili?
I love the
chili
chili cheese
Fritos.
Fritos.
Chili, yes.
Chili cheese
Yes.
Fritos. Those are just like they've been rocking since the 90s, and they just hit. And they don't taste like meat, but they just have great spices,
Yes.
right? This is not that. I'm going to say that it's trying to have a slight beef flavor.
This is not that.
It's not that.
Because I was about to be like, but with that, you get the corn chip flavor and you get the substance of the corn chip. And I feel like a heartier chip can beget a heavier flavor.
Yes.
And sometimes the Pringles, it's too thin.
And also, you know, ever since I read, like, I don't know, Michael Pollan or whatever, and I learned that, like, a potato chip is a sliced potato and a Pringle is like a reconstituted potato, I just have an experience with Pringles where afterwards I'm like, it tastes like reconstituted potato with flavor on it as opposed to something else, a culinary
potato chip.
experience.
Yes.
Yeah. And so I don't know if I'm biased against Pringles now. I'm getting them a lot because they have all these wacky flavors. And it is just just tastes a little bit too much like meat. I don't know. Pringles is not impressing me much, if you will.
Oh, so it's
wow.
just reconstituted meat out of a can? And you don't like it, MJ? You don't like it?
Yeah, it tastes like
What's not to
what's
like?
wrong with it?
I've also got this
it does
ass.
taste like if I'm an astronaut and you want to like evoke the flavors of meat and potatoes.
Okay.
In a chip, it's doing
It's giving
but
that.
Yeah,
But you may as well just eat the Wendy's chili out of a can, is what you're saying?
I think that's what I'm saying. I think I'd rather be eating chili right now. I wouldn't be surprised if people like this. And I did hear from people that said, I'll take the rest of your dog food Argentinian steak chips, MJ. So people like it.
People are into
People
it.
like it.
People are into it. But this is the beautiful part of MJ's Minute Munch, of Jackie's Snackies, that it is, you know, we're just trying to it's like, if you are into more of the fake meat flavor, then this might be your bag. Like, if you hate the taste of corn chips, but love the chili cheese Fritos, well, this might be your thing, even though it doesn't taste like them, but maybe it kind of does. I will also throw it out there that if you don't want to make chili at home and you want this, it is weirdly sweet, tomatoey, it's given ketchup, but like that is for some people,
If you have weird taste, you'll love this chili.
If you're a piece of shit, you'll love
Probably
this.
fucking slurp this right out.
We hate it, but maybe you'll like it. I just
No,
feel like
Amber's gonna eat it for lunch. I know she's gonna eat it for lunch.
I'm gonna have this and half a turkey sandwich.
That's all she
That's good.
needs.
I just feel like if after you eat a chip, your first thought is, I need to brush my teeth like right now to get this flavor out of my mouth, that's not what you want out of a culinary experience.
It's not what you want. Sometimes there's just too much flavor for the chip. It really is. Sometimes they're trying to get too much. They're trying to evoke too many experiences with the chip. And it is crazy that people do say that like there is like in the engineering of Pringles that part of what makes them that you want to eat them over and over again is that they fit on your tongue.
Yes.
And that is why, and that is also why, unfortunately, even if I don't like the flavor of the Pringles, I will take a full stack and shove them in my mouth and like down like I'm destroying, a building, like I'm imploding a building.
Right, like a dog and his favorite chew toy. Just
I'll dog at him. Oh, you let me get in there. Don't you put any peanut butter on the outside. Not that I was going to say.
I think I got to take a break from chips, you guys. I think that I've tried so many different chips over the last year and a half that I think I might have like chipped too close to the sun.
Whoa, you need a chip break. Dude, you need a chip break. There's so many. That's why, you can go into the world of canned goods, MJ. How dare you should have seen the look on my face because I was trying to find something. That inspired me for you, Amber. And I was with Jeff and he was like, do you want to look into Trader Joe's? And I said, excuse me, going to Trader Joe's and Trader Joe's snackfluencers, that's a whole other ball game.
Whoa.
They have their own snackfluencers. Like, I can't just dip a toe into the world of Trader Joe's and expect to be welcomed with open arms. I am an independent snackfluencer out here, out paving the way. Like, I am on the, the Oregon Trail over here. And yes, maybe the cyclospora, poospora that's going through me, this is part of my journey of what I bring to everybody. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk about snacks. So we didn't go to the Trader Joe's.
Yeah, that's like in New Orleans, if you want to do a street performer, you can make a lot of money, but you can't just go put a hat out there because everybody has their corner.
Everybody's got their spot.
And if you did that, you would be punched in the face.
Yeah.
Or if not shot.
There's a whole ecosystem. You have to respect it.
And I don't want to be dealing with that, but I do want to be dealing with thanking you so much, Amber, for being here on this episode of Page 7. We had an absolutely delightful, I knew it was so exciting having you on after we had our Broadway Jack-in, as well as we are in the middle of our Liza experience, which for those that are curious, you will be getting the celebrities 2 parts of Liza next month. And we are very excited to be debuting them. And Amber, what have we got going on? Where are we finding you? I noticed you guys were putting out new content with SPUN.
Yeah, we have. So we have a new content creator who just takes clips of things we already have and puts them out online. So go follow someplace underneath on Twitter and on YouTube. Not Twitter, sorry. On TikTok and Instagram and YouTube. And we've already got some great clips coming your way and many, many more. I'm also on Patreon for Amber Smelson. For $1, you can listen to my stand-up open mics. And I'm also going to be revamping my cooking show just for that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I'd be a little scared to put it out on Instagram right now, but it's just going to be for that. And I'm going to work on it during the break. So
I love that. Yeah. That's awesome. That's great.
Thank you. And every single Friday, if you're in Los Angeles, I run a stand-up comedy show called Slamber's Comedy Bash.
Yes, dude.
7 o'clock at the Clubhouse. Please come by.
Oh, awesome. And it's just been an absolute wonderful dream having you on, Amber.
Thank
and
you,
I think
Jackie.
it's great that the network only allows us in one room for small doses because they know that they can't have us close to each other for too long.
We're pitching like last 5 years, like a whole show.
We're just
the whole show, do the whole thing.
Come on. I think that we can do this, I'm sure maybe some people will be against it and maybe,
They could go kick bricks.
Yeah, kick bricks. What do you have, freckles or something?
7.5.
Good Lord. My name is Jackie Zabrowski. You can follow me on Instagram at JackThatWorm, and come on down. The water's fine over on LPN Romantasy Deep Dives, because we've been working with an amazing person, putting out more content. Give LPN Romantasy Deep Dives a follow, and it's just Romantasy Deep Dives on Instagram. But everything for Page 7, come on down, y'all. YouTube.com/@Page7Pod. Get us visually in your face. You know you need it. It don't cost nothing to subscribe. So just give us a little follow, and then you'll know when new episodes are dropping. MJ?
You can join our Patreon, patreon.com/Page7Podcast. So much stuff over there. We got the book club. We got the Desperate Housewives watching. We got the Buffy watch along.
Yes.
And of course, you can email us, page7podcast@gmail.com. We love hearing from you. We love you guys. And Amber, we love you. Come back soon, please.
Thank you,
Please.
MJ. I love you.
Bye, everybody.
I love you. Bye.